Parents are curious beasts, aren't they? You love them for everything they've done for you. They're your guiding light through a blurry childhood, but also, go away. Please just go away for a bit. With parents, though, there's nothing nicer than settling in and watching a film as a family, is there? Apart from when something inappropriate comes on and, oh Christ, nobody move, nobody make eye contact. If you make eye contact, you acknowledge that something is happening and nothing is happening. Now, it would be easy to populate this list with stuff like Cannibal Holocaust, but that's too obvious. Instead, this is a list of films that might just trick you into thinking they're okay for family consumption, and then bam, penis and awkward city. I'm Adam from Whatculture.com, and here are 10 films you must never watch with your parents. Number 10, The Wolf of Wall Street, because if you make eye contact with your dad during any of the bits with Margot Robbie in them, then one of you is legally bound to move out. Not only is Wolfie chock full of drug use, which your parents have definitely never done, not once, nope, absolutely not, but it's got more F-bombs per square meter than you know what to do with, and your mum knows what to do with precisely no F-bombs. When Leo's face pops up from between that lady's bottom cheeks, just eyes front, stop breathing, grip the sofa, it's all going to be fine. Number 9, Fight Club. Hey, so you know how your parents might be working jobs they don't like just to make sure that your dumbass has shoes? Well, nothing will make everyone acutely aware of that drab, meaningless fact than Fight Club. It's a vicious scream of a film decrying the emptiness of consumer culture. The narrator works a meaningless job with a meaningless life until he finds meaning by becoming a bare-knuckle terrorist. It's just a bit near the bone for your parents. They don't deserve to be reminded of the life they could have had if you weren't born. Number 8, Black Swan. It's got awards, it's about ballet, there's no way there's anything uncomfortable in the Black Swan, right? You better fucking believe there is. So not only is there that whole lesbian sex scene between Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis, which is just going to play absolute havoc with your poor old dad, not only that, but one of the key plots of the film is how Natalie Portman's Nina is low-key tormented by an unhinged, emotional bastard of a mother. That's a double shot of awkward for Ma and Pa. Number 7, Natural Born Killers. Story by Quentin Tarantino and directed by Oliver Stone. This is guaranteed to be a hard watch for any family, but hey, maybe a family think they can handle it. Maybe the prestige of Stone and Tarantino tempts you to give it a try because you're cool. Do not do that! Not only is the film relentlessly violent to the point that you will get the feeling that your parents are blaming you for its existence, but there's also loads of stuff about abusive family in there, including one bit that plays out like a 3-camera sitcom, just in case you weren't squirming enough. By the time the last shotgun shell is fired, you will be a different family. Number 6, Her. Spike Jonze's critically acclaimed film about the love between a man and his operating system really isn't what you might think it is going in. If you think it's going to be a quirky satire about our reliance on technology, I guess it sort of is, but it's also a genuinely touching love story. So far so good, right? There's nothing bad in that. Well, there's also a bit with phone sex that turns into a request for strangulation with dead cat tails. And also there's an extended sequence with a sex surrogate that, while brilliant, will unnerve a family who are looking for a gentle rom-com between a man and his com. Number 5, American Beauty. Hey, remember Fight Club and how it will slowly convince your parents that their adult lives are worth precisely dick? Well, American Beauty will do exactly the same, except it's much damn sneakier with it. Set in a relatable suburban community, it's all about a family coming to terms with the horrible emptiness of nuclear family life, and trust me, that whole subplot with the married dad trying to seduce a friend of his daughter, do not watch that sat between your parents, because your mum will look at your dad, he'll say what, your mum will say you know what, and then silence forever. Number 4, Boogie Nights. That sounds like a fun film, right? Not sure what it's about, mum will say as she sees the name pop up on Sky Movies. Boogie Nights sounds like it's set in a 70s disco, like Saturday Night Fever. Oh, it's got William H. Macy in it, he's a reliable good time, and then the porn starts. And then the coke, and then William H. Macy does a silly thing with a gun, and it's mostly about Mark Wahlberg's gigantic dong. Don't get me wrong now, Boogie Nights is an absolutely fantastic film, and is rightly heralded as having one of the strongest ensemble casts in the history of cinema, but it's also mostly about Marky Mark's dick, so, you know. Number 3, Don't Look Now. And speaking of Stone Cold classics, Don't Look Now is probably the best horror film ever to star a little person cosplaying as Red Riding Hood. It's really great and really weird and definitely worth a watch, but not with mum and dad, for 2 reasons. First of all, the film kicks off with a couple's child dying through their own neglect, which is going to bum your parents right the f*** out from the get-go. And then there's that little issue of the giant relentless sex scene right in the middle of the film. It goes on for bloody ages and is so intimate and so graphic that to this day, the leads, Donald Sutherland and Julie Christie, get asked all the time whether or not they had sex for real. Number 2, Antichrist. Once again, a film that will ensnare you because of the industry cred of those making it. Watching this will be the worst 2 hours of your goddamn life. To be honest, Antichrist is very similar to Don't Look Now in that it's a disturbing, near abstract horror about a couple who retreat from the world after their infant dies because they were busy doing something else, and this time that something else is Willem Dafoe. slipping a length to Charlotte Gainsborough in the shower with a nice old close-up of the chap's chap for good measure. Then they go to the woods, make friends with decomposing animals, have increasingly violent sex, and then they mutilate their genitals. Fun, 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 fun. And number 1, blue is the warmest colour. Again, it's a brilliant film and you'll likely be drawn to it because it's got rave reviews from every corner of the critical globe, but also the sex. It doesn't stop. And oh god, the shot's still going. Yep, they're 69ing, and the shot's still going. And we've been here for about 5 minutes. Probably going to end soon though, right? Nope, those 2 ladies are still entirely f***ing, and the shot is still going. I haven't breathed out in the last 2 hours, and if any of us make even the slightest noise, we will burst into flames. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from Whatculture.com, and I'll see you soon.